Hey, it's Weather on Demand Wednesday, November 5th, and your weather headlines this morning. Well, we start to say goodbye to what's left of this old system over Superior shoreline, especially east of Marquette. Kind of an afterthought as this next system kind of taking a southern track, and that eventually works in. Here's the way it looks like on actual satellite and radar. Here's what's left of that old one. Not a whole lot happening there, just enough to fire off a stray raindrop or even a snowflake. And then that next one kind of delivering a glancing blow across the especially the southern counties. A check on temperatures, and overnight temperatures were generally above the freezing point. Here's where we stand at the 8 o'clock hour. Some of the cooler spots down into those mid-30s, and the warmer places up into the upper 30s and low 40s. So as we check on area winds, kind of still on the strong side, but those winds will diminish, also backing around, becoming southwesterly with a diminishing trend as well. So we look at local satellite and radar. Skies were mostly cloudy, and some limited action seems to be working in there. It looks like mainly rain, especially as you work inland, though. It looks like we see a transition over to at least snow or a mix showing up on radar. Whether that's reaching the ground, haven't seen any reports, but all in all, kind of a minimal impact system. This next one diving pretty quickly southward through Wisconsin, and that'll kind of dive towards those southern Great Lakes. And there's the system over the Pacific Northwest that's eventually going to spread in for the weekend, and it looks unsettled for us into the long term. So here's the game plan into our Thursday as that system continues diving south of us as winds shift around northeast and then northerly overnight. That draws some cooler air in. So what looks like a mix of rain and snow this afternoon over the interior west and southern counties of upper Michigan looks like we'll change to snow through the overnight, especially in the colder spots. At the high terrain of the western UP, we'll see some limited accumulation, but it looks warm enough to keep mainly, we'll say, a mix of rain and snow over the south and eastern UP. And then that system quickly departing into our Thursday night, Friday. Friday, high pressure builds in, so that'll be a dry period. It'll still be cooler than normal. And then a new system works in for the weekend. A series of systems working in after that. It looks like an unsettled and cold forecast. So we have a southwest wind that develops today, certainly on the lighter side, but that does boost temperatures into the mid-40s. Afternoon rain knocking on the door, I think around lunchtime. That'll continue spreading in near the Wisconsin line. It does look like mainly rain. We do have a dry daytime forecast for you over the Keweenaw, and it looks like a late day mix of rain and snow possible in places like Marquette. It looks like mainly rain as we look over Manistee and over towards Escanaba as well, and a dry forecast continues. Newberry, Grand Marais, Munising. I think once we see that deepest moisture pulling away this morning, I think rain would be hard to come by. But for tonight, it's a mix of rain and snow over especially the south and eastern counties. Looking over much of the western UP, it looks cool enough for the precipitation to fall as snow. And there would be some lake enhancement with those north winds coming off of the Lake Superior shoreline. Wouldn't expect any accumulation around the immediate Great Lakes shorelines. It's too warm for that. But let's say just around lunchtime into our Thursday, we see anywhere from a dusting to an inch or so, with slightly higher totals generally going 2, maybe 3 inches into our Thursday afternoon over some of the high terrain of the western UP. Limited accumulation expected into our Thursday because highs pushing through those 30s. And on the TV 6-day forecast, a new front works in Saturday, continues into our Sunday. Turning even more cold and snowy as we look forward to next week. Looks like we'll have to shovel ourselves out of that one by Wednesday of next week. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.